Okay, obviously disappointing loss. You look at the game and, really came down to third down. We had trouble getting off the field. I think there were 4 on fourth down. That was, that really led to them controlling the line, or really controlling the clock and time of possession. We got behind early. That was tough. We had a 3 and out. We took the ball. They went down and scored. I think they scored again, but then we had a chance to get the ball in the red zone. We fumbled. That was tough, and it was uphill after that. Bottom line is we didn't do what it took to win, and give those guys credit.
R.J. Harvey, every week continues to put up just great numbers. How disappointing are you for him to not be able to go to a bowl game in his final season?
Yeah, I'm disappointed for him, and the rest of the guys too. Obviously, when you don't go to a bowl, that's a really tough deal to swallow, and there's a lot of disappointed guys in the locker room right now, and. We got one game left, and we got to send the seniors out. And RJ and the guys have been around a long time in a positive way. That's what we talked about in the locker room, and it is what it is. It's disappointing. There's no doubt.
Gus, you just mentioned that you want to send the seniors out on a high note. Are you concerned with keeping these guys focused this week? I mean, if there's no goal outside of just playing for the seniors, are you worried that they may lose a little focus? Or?
I mean, I think we have a locker room that. Loves their seniors, and they'll do everything they can for senior day, and the R.J. Harveys and the rest of the guys have been around. They'll do everything they can to fight and try to win the game.
With the bowl appearance streak snapped and the back-to-back losing streaks clinched, what's your message to the fan base that's discouraged by the results?
Yeah, well, there's no doubt, and we're discouraged. They should be discouraged. We didn't get it done this year, and obviously tonight was disappointing that we weren't able to win this one. So we've got to do better.
Where do you go from here?
Well, you try to win this last game, for your seniors like we talked about, and then recruit and do what it takes to get this thing turned around.
The first 2 drives they had kind of resemble a lot like last year. They were controlled a lot of scrimmage on the football. Did they do anything differently schematically, or is it kind of just an opposing?
No, they had the quarterback read game. I think they got us on a 3rd and 11. I think they ran outside zone and ended up getting about 30 yards right there. And they just, especially early in the first half, 3rd down, they were going to run the ball. And they did a good job. We've done a decent job against the run all year, but we didn't get it done tonight. And I think the 3rd down, the 4th down, extends drives. Our guys get worn down. That had something to do with it too.
They scored. You had the opportunity to potentially answer. There was that. What happened there? What did you see with risk? Just the fumble that.
Yeah. They brought corner cat, and he was pretty focused on the defensive end, and we had the hot call, and he just didn't see it. So I mean, I think in fairness, Dylan did some really good things, and he's still learning too. Obviously, that was a tough moment in the game, but he came back and did some good things after that.
You look at R.J. Harvey and what he's going to accomplish here at UCF. I mean, what do you think of his journey getting to this point, and how great would it be to send him off with a win?
Yeah, I mean, R.J. Harvey's one of the better football players, not just running backs, but one of the better football players in college football, and he answers a bell every single week. He did again tonight. Like the answer to your question, I think our locker room, or maybe it was yours, our locker room's going to fight for him. They're going to fight for the rest of the guys to go out on a high note.
They scored with about 15 seconds left to go in the first half.
Yeah.
It's been a bugaboo, especially over the last several weeks. What do you think is the reason that happened?
There's a lot of different reasons, but you're not going to win games when that happens consistently, and it has happened too many times. So that was a tough deal right there. I think, what did they go up 28-7? And, our guys fought back. I mean, we got within 10. What was it, 4th down and 8, and have a decent chance to get the ball back. I think the ball was at 35, 36-yard line. And, of course, we had a little momentum there. And the guy scrambles for, 15 yards. And we had a spy on him, and he got caught up in the trash. And, the quarterback can really run. And that was a tough one.
You guys walked out of the tunnel with interlocking arms. What was the message you guys were trying to send?
Yeah, that we're together. We're together, and we need to play for each other. Obviously, our guys think we played hard, but we just didn't get it done.
Earlier this week, CBS Sports and Football Scoop wrote suggested the possibility of your retirement. Is that something that's
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I'm not retiring.
How tough has this season been for you? Going into last season, you never had a losing season in your career. Now it'll be back-to-back losing seasons.
Yeah,
Has this been
no, it's a
trying
tough
for
pill
you?
to swallow. There's no doubt. Really disappointed. This has been a tough season. I think everybody knows that. We had high expectations, and we lost some really close games that we felt like we should have won. But it's been tough. But we got a lot of really, really fine young men in that locker room that we're disappointed for. And like I said, we got one game, and that's what we're going to focus on, trying to finish the right way.
Yes, if you, in the offseason, if you decide to make some changes to the staff or whatever you're going to do, maybe after the season goes, how long are the challenges that do that with an early signing period that's like a week after the regular season, and you got the portal opening up? How challenging would that be if you wanted to make changes? To the
Yeah, I mean, we'll cross that bridge when it gets here. I'm going to focus this next 6 days on winning the game, and that's what my focus will be on.
You talked a lot in the offseason about self-reflection. As you look back on that, what is most disappointing about the course of events this season?
Yeah, I think you got to look at it as a whole. Just we had high expectations, and we've had a lot of different things happen, and we played 4 different quarterbacks, and we've had a lot of adversity. And like I said, we lost close games. That's what really sticks out to me. And then you don't go to a bowl game. I mean, that's really disappointing. And we gotta work on winning next week and turn this thing around.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Actually, their quarterback, obviously very shifty, was able to pick up some yards with his feet. It looked like maybe you were going to get a stop, and he was able to convert some first downs. How difficult was it trying to corral Gary Green tonight?
I wouldn't say it was that difficult, but he's a really good player and he did his job. So yeah.
Thanks. Gus talked just a little bit ago about how disappointed you guys were, obviously not being able to go to the postseason game. Sure. What are some of the thoughts on the locker room for you guys about what happened?
I mean, today, yeah, defense really played like crap. Just it was hard for us to get a third down stop. Some of us misfit, including me. We all just got to do better and just improve this week, especially in this last game for the seniors. So yeah.
Yeah, expound on that a little bit more. What was the challenges with third and fourth?
I would say just executing our job. Some of us we got to do our job.
I asked Gus about the run game. It was resemblant of last year, the way that they were able to control the line and move the ball the first 2 drives of the game. How did you guys try to adjust to what they were doing and the different threats of running the football?
Yeah, honestly, just trying to just play hard. I mean, just try to do our job and just execute what we can do. I mean, that's mostly it. We adjusted a little bit, but just trying to execute our job.
This team had high aspirations this season, competing for a championship, but now it's a guaranteed losing season, no bowl game. How tough is that to take in that locker room, knowing that you won't be playing in the postseason?
I think it's really tough. I feel really bad for the seniors. I really wanted it bad for them. And I feel like it just comes to preparation and all that. So yeah.
You guys have one more game left. Obviously, you said play for the seniors. How important is that for you guys? I mean, have that motivation going into this week and making sure you finish on the right note.
It's really important. It's going to be their senior night or senior day, but I think it's really important. Just trying to finish off with a bang. Send these seniors off with a positive attitude. So, yeah.
You had a bye week to prepare for this one. West Virginia show you anything different than you had prepared for?
A little bit more QB draw, QB counters, all that. Just preparing for that. So yeah, I think that was a little bit different.
You started the season as a backup. You're ending the season as basically a starter. Had another standout game, 17 tackles. Do you kind of feel like this was a good season? I know the results. I know you're not happy with, but for you personally, do you think this has been a breakout season for you?
I think a little bit. It shows that I'm capable of coming from an FCS school to play at a higher level. I think it shows a lot, but overall, I think it's been a pretty good season, but always can improve, always can come back stronger and faster. So yeah.
The morale of the fan base has been low for about a month or a month and a half now. As one player who expects to come back in the future for next year, what do you feel like about the future of this program and how you can turn it around?
You know, me personally, I'm gonna step up. I want to be a captain next year, so I'm gonna come back stronger and push all my teammates, whoever's staying, whoever's leaving. You know, whoever comes in. Expectations are gonna be high, and I'm gonna push everybody to their full potential. So yeah,
What was Coach Malzahn's message to your team after this one?
just finish off with a bang and finish hard this season for the seniors. Come back this strong this week. So.
One more? Good, all right, thanks, Zach.
Thank you guys.
You want to know?
Marcellus, obviously being a Morgantown native, I know every game's important to you, but this game was special, being it was a homecoming for you. So how tough is that, you know, knowing that, you know, you got the loss that will not enable you guys to go to a bowl game? Is it a little bit tougher not winning here in Morgantown?
100%. I mean, obviously the goal is to win every game. And again, I looked at this one as another one. Obviously, yeah, I got to come home and play. It was a big opportunity for me. And again, like you said, everyone feels the same way right now about that one.
Marcellus, how important is, you got one game left, I know you can't go postseason, but how important is this game for not just you seniors, but everyone else to send everything off on a positive note?
I mean, the goal every game we go into is to win, and just the energy and momentum that comes with that. Again, like I said, that's what we're set out to do here, is to win this next one.
But how does it feel knowing that the bowl appearance streak is snapped and this is clinched back-to-back losing seasons?
I mean, obviously it's not what we planned coming into this season. It's the situation that we're in right now, and the only thing we can do is look at this next one and go make the most of this last one that we got together.
How do you think this team has ended up here at this point?
A lot of the little things. We've beat ourselves in a lot of situations, and at the end of the day, as one of the captains on the team, I take full responsibility for the little things that have continued to get us beat. And at the end of the day, we got to address those little things as we go into this last one to make sure that we can end the season on the right note.
This is a defense, and coming into the day was 14th in the conference in points per game and yards per game. So what do you attribute the struggles for you guys to execute in the first half?
The biggest thing for us overall, again, we beat ourselves. We had some issues where we stumbled on both sides of the ball coming out. And then when we're playing from behind, we just got to be able to capitalize in some different situations there.
I know obviously everyone's disappointed with the way this season has gone, but when you look at a guy like R.J. Harvey, knowing it's his last season, for him to have the season he did and not being able to be, you know, celebrated with a winning season in a bowl game, is that really tough to take?
100%. I know he feels that. We feel it for him. Again, like I said, the goal is always to win games, and just the mood and the vibe and the momentum that comes with that is something that we haven't necessarily been able to feel a whole lot this season. And again, like a guy like RJ, he's given everything that he's got to this program, and we got one more chance to send him out on the right note.
Marcellus, Dylan got another chance to get a start this week. And what did you see from him? And I know that obviously that was the win, but what did you see from his growth and development over the last year?
100%. I mean, I think we've talked about it before, just his confidence that he plays with. He's obviously a young quarterback. He's learning, he's growing. But that's with everybody. Everyone's learning and growing as we just continue to play the game that we are blessed to play. But again, he's done a great job taking the reins of what he's been given and making the most of the opportunities that have been put in front of him.
Team came out arms locked together. What was the message for you sent by that?
It's all about us being together. Our slogan all year has been tough and together, and just kind of symbolizing that we're arm in arm playing for the guys next to us.
Has that ever been a challenge amidst a losing streak and the stretch that's gone on?
No, we've built a lot of tight bonds within that team. We do a lot of hard things together, even in the midst of where we're at right now. It truly takes leaning on your brothers and counting on them to be able to get through some of the days and some of the things that we've been through so far. So just knowing that we're together, it doesn't really pull us apart too much.
As one of the captains of this team, how would you kind of respond to the fan base being kind of a low point from a morale standpoint to try to be one of the guys that helps turn this thing around?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, everyone feels the same way about where we're at right now. And again, as one of the captains, it's my job to make sure that we get this thing turned around. We got, like I said, an opportunity in front of us right now. That's where we're focused at. Let's go get this win at home on senior night.
Guys, that's it.